بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today we have a new lesson for secondary grade, second semester, English subject 3A, listening, speaking, writing, Traveler 4. This lesson is prepared by Mr. Muhammad Al-Bhairi and presented by Muhammad Latemi. Today you will improve your listening. Speak using specific expressions related to entertainment. Present topic sentences in a formal essay. Then you will organize and plan your ideas in paragraphs. Warm up. Do you enjoy visiting museums? Why not? Museums are buildings with historical items or scientific items, sometimes cultural interests. So this building store and exhibit these things to people. We call it in Arabic متحف. Listening. Now you will listen to the questions and you will be asked to choose the correct picture. Let's listen.
3A. Listening. You will hear short conversations. After you hear each conversation, you will be asked a question about what you heard. Choose the picture which answers the question correctly. 1.
Do you want to go for a hike?
No, I'm tired. I just want to set up camp.
Shouldn't we find a picnic area to eat dinner?
Why not just make dinner when we find the campsite?
Which road sign should they be looking for?
Which road sign should be looking for? Is it A, B, or C? The other man said, why not just make dinner when we find the campsite? Campsite. So, the sign for tents, which is A.
2.
Did you have fun windsurfing, Fred?
Actually, we went to the lake, so we couldn't really windsurf.
I see. What about water skiing?
Nah, it was a pretty boring trip. We just swam and relaxed.
What activity did Fred do on his trip?
What activity did Fred do on his trip? Fred said, we just swam and relaxed. So the answer would be C.
3.
Do you want to play some pool tonight?
I prefer something more active.
How about bowling?
Actually, why don't we play table tennis?
That's not a bad idea.
What activity do they decide to do?
So, what activity do they decided to do? He said, actually, why don't we play the table tennis? The other man replied, that's not a bad idea. So, they will play table tennis.
4.
Hey, Jack. I heard you've taken up art classes. Are you any good?
Well, if I can say so myself, I've actually made a lot of progress. I think you'll be pleased to hear that I don't draw those childish figures I used to draw anymore.
So, have you drawn any portraits of your family or friends?
No, we're doing that next week. At the moment, we're working on the natural environment.
What will Jack be working on next week?
What will Jack be working on next week? The first one said, so have you drawn any portrait of your family or friends? The other one said, no, we are doing that next week. So the answer will be B.
5.
Hi, Paul. I left 2 messages for you on your answering machine on the weekend. Didn't you get them?
No, actually I didn't. You see, I went to my grandparents' house in the mountains. I was hoping to do some fishing.
Fishing? I thought you were more of a hunter than a fisherman.
Actually, I'm neither. I'm more of a bird watcher than anything else.
What did Paul intend to do on the weekend?
What did Paul intend to do on the weekend? He said, I was hoping to do some fishing. So the answer will be C. Let's continue to the next 5 questions.
6.
Alex, I bet you got really good at hockey when you were on vacation in Aspen.
Actually, I'm terrible on the ice.
So I suppose ice skating was out too?
You got it. I spent the whole trip on my skis.
What sport does the man believe Alex got really good at?
What sport does the man believe Alex got really good at? He said, Alex, I bet you got really good at hockey. So the answer will be B.
7.
Why were you so late this morning, Henry?
My alarm didn't go off at the right time.
What time did it go off?
At 4 in the morning.
Oh no! What time was it supposed to go off?
At 7. I didn't realize I was late until 9 when I woke up, and that's when I'm supposed to be here.
What time did Henry's alarm actually go off?
So again, number 7. What time did Henry's alarm actually go off? He said, what time did it go off? The other one said, at 4 in the morning. So the answer will be A.
8.
Did you see the grocery list Mom left for us?
Yeah, what do we need again? Milk and bread?
We also need some apples.
You know, I don't really like apples. Why don't we get bananas instead?
No, I think Mom wants them to make a pie.
Which is the correct grocery list?
Which is the correct grocery list? Here we have apples, bananas, bread. Milk, bread, apples. Milk, bread, bananas. Which is the correct grocery list? The answer is B. Why? Because he said, what do we need again? Milk and bread. And his brother replied, we also need some apples. So milk, bread, and apples.
9.
So, Barry, did you and Stephen go out for dinner last night?
No, just the same old thing.
Oh, coffee in a museum?
Actually, this time we didn't even do the coffee part.
Where was Barry last night?
Where was Barry last night? He said coffee and a museum. His friend asked him, oh, coffee and museum? And he replied, this time we didn't even do the coffee part. So, where was Barry last night? The answer is C. He was in the museum.
10.
I'm very unfit. I think I should take up a sports activity.
I've just started taking karate lessons on Mondays and Wednesdays. Care to join me?
Although I need the exercise, I don't think karate is for me. I'd rather try golf or tennis.
Of the two, the second one is better. We can take lessons together if you like, provided it's not on the weekend.
That sounds great.
Which sports activity are the men going to take up?
So the 10th question is, which sports activity are the men going to take up? He said, I'd rather try golf or tennis. The other one said, of the two, the second one, which is tennis, is better. We can take lessons together if you like. So the answer is A. Now we have finished listening part. Time for speaking. Discuss the following questions. You can use some of the words and expressions in the boxes. The questions are, number 1, what forms of entertainment are available where you live? What forms of entertainment are available where you live? For example, some students would say PlayStation, Sony, Xbox. Others may say football, tennis. So I want you to tell us what forms of entertainment are available where you live. What forms of entertainment are popular with young people in your country? What is the most popular? Are they video games or watching TV? What forms of entertainment are popular with young people in your country? Young people generally enjoy different kinds of entertainment than older people. Younger have enjoyed different kinds of entertainment than older people. Why do you think that is? Why younger people have different ways or kinds of entertainment than older people? What kind of things do you usually do? When you go out with your friends, and why? With your friends, do you go to coffee shops? Do you go to markets, malls? When and why? Do you think young people today spend too much money on entertainment? Now, we want you to use some words and expressions in the boxes like cafe, restaurant, amusement park, shopping mall, escape from routine, relax, socialize. Also, you can use these expressions. There are or aren't many ways to entertain yourself. There are many things you can do. For example, there aren't many things to do only and are very popular because I would say that young people, I think that older people, I wouldn't say that. These expressions are useful to answer these questions for speaking. Now, we will move to writing part. Read the rubric and answer the question that follows. Your class has just returned from a school trip to a local museum. Your teacher has asked you to write an essay on the following topic. A visit to a museum is a rewarding experience for people of all ages. So this is the title of the essay that you are going to write about. A visit to a museum. We said a museum that is a building with historical, scientific, and cultural interests are stored and exhibited. A visit to a museum is a rewarding experience for people of all ages. All ages means not only the younger student or young people, also for older people. What are you asked to do in this essay? Describe an experience and express emotions. Express your opinion and develop arguments. Provide factual information and make a recommendation. When writing an essay expressing an opinion, select a few ideas, opinions, arguments, the ones you have the most to say about. For example, you have 20 ideas, points, arguments can talk about, but the ones you have the most to say about are 10 or 5. Just select the 5 that you have the most to say about. Don't try to deal with too many points. Don't deal with many points. Be concentrated. Use topic sentences to express the central idea of each paragraph. What is topic sentence? Topic sentence is the first sentence, usually is the first sentence of the paragraph, and it tells us the idea of the paragraph. It summarizes the paragraph. So don't just write about the points generally, unless if you have topic sentence. Write topic sentence. For example, you can start with saying museums are good for all ages, and you prove why is it good for all ages. You can say one of museums' disadvantages is, you've mentioned the disadvantage, and you write a paragraph about disadvantages. Develop the paragraphs by expanding on the idea in the topic sentence. Justify your ideas and, when possible, use examples to illustrate them. Introduce examples by using phrases such as, for example, for instance, such as, etc. Here's the definition of topic sentences. Topic sentences introduce the central idea of the paragraph. The other sentences in the paragraph develop the idea expressed in the topic sentence by expanding on it, giving examples, or explaining it. These are examples, or 2 examples of topic sentences. Here, a trip to a museum can be useful and fun for the young and old alike. And here you develop this idea in this paragraph. The other paragraph started with the topic sentence. Here, the topic sentence of the second paragraph is, the variety of things one can learn about in museum is indeed impressive. And you talk about this point. Assessment. Your teacher has asked you to write an essay on the following topic. Reading a book is probably the best way to relax. Write your essay based on the outline you have made. This is the end of our today's lesson. Today we studied what should you do when writing an essay expressing an opinion. We said select a few ideas, use topic sentence, develop the paragraph by expanding on the ideas in the topic sentence, and introduce examples. We also identified topic sentences. We said topic sentences introduce the central idea of the paragraph. It summarizes the paragraph. In the speaking section, we had some words to talk about the ways of entertainment. You had some questions about entertainment in your country, and you are asked about to talk about them using these helping words and expressions. References and resources are Traveler 4 workbook, Traveler 4 teacher book, and these links for pictures. For more information and listening, you can visit our website or contact us on our Twitter account or you can call us on our free phone. Thank you for listening. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.